Hey guys, what's up? So it's 1 week until the Dirty South. I'm fired up. For the first time, I'm officially in the race. I'm just hoping to finish in a decent time, finish. I got a chance to pre-ride the course yesterday with race director Shawn Moore and longtime gravel enthusiast Ryan Hagler, one of my good best friend riders Ryan Thompson, and my good old new friend Michael Norris, good old new friend, and a couple others that were there that couldn't quite do the entire ride, so they just weren't up to doing the entire ride yesterday, and they did the Dirty 30. So just a little bit about the Dirty South. It's the first gravel event in Southern Illinois. I think there's a couple now at least. And around 2012, I put a post out on the Shawnee Mountain Bike Association and said, hey guys, anybody want to go ride gravel? I'd been hearing a lot about the Dirty Kanza, and I thought it just sounded cool. I'd rode gravel on my road bike before, but at the time I had a touring bike, and I thought that would be perfect. And it was really good. We had a great first ride, and that was over here on the east side in Harrisburg, where I live. And it did so well that Shawn Moore, decided to host a 2012 ride, I think in March. Mine was in February, and he held one in March over on the west side that also just pulled in a ton of riders, and from there it just steamrolled. So it's just been steady growth. The west side ride continued to grow. There's more, with SIU College, and there's just a lot more cycling activity on that side of the state. It's a little bit closer to St. Louis, a little bit closer to the Missouri riders. And 2016, we had the first Dirty South race. I think we had 75 riders sign up for that. I'm pretty sure the next year it was 150. Last year it was 250. This year it's 350. So the event has just grown, and people love it. They come back. They come from miles around. So we've had just a really exciting, excellent event. And while this has been going on, another race that we had in our region, the Great Egyptian Omnium, it has died. It stagnated. It went a few years, stagnated, tried to be reborn, and just didn't make it. So around the country, official sanctioned road racing events have kind of petered out, while these big epic challenge mass start kind of events have just grown. Thinking about things like Leadville, Dirty Kanza, all these things that kind of grew out of cyclocross. Why have these type of events, and I'll throw in triathlon too, it's another mass start event. Why have stuff like that continued to grow while sanctioned, classed racing continues to die? Gravel racing, why has it grown so big? Well, yesterday I got a chance to talk with Mo, and I asked him a few questions.
I think the gravel racing is more of a sense of adventure, and it's more of a grassroots feel for people, so that it doesn't feel as commercialized. Seems like the camaraderie among racers is a little bit better than with road racing. Road racing has a lot of team tactics, but there are team tactics in gravel racing too. But people seem more willing to help each other, even though they're not on the same team in gravel racing. People will stop to check on people if they look like they're having a mechanical issue or a injury or just cramped up. If they'll stop and offer them water or nutrition to see if they can help them out. Lots of positive vibes given by other racers.
Do you think gravel racing needs any kind of sanctioning body or racing license or any of that kind of stuff? Or
I don't really think so. I think that might kind of be what is such a problem with the road racing scene, is everything is licensed and sanctioned, so makes it a lot more difficult for grassroots type events, and people really seem to like the grassroots feel of our event. The Dirty South has not hit a limit, but Alto Pass may be nearing their limit. Yeah. We're not sure. We're gonna see how 350 goes this year, and hopefully we can fit a few more next year.
One last question. What's the toughest thing about organizing and running a race like this?
I think the toughest thing is there are so many things that kind of have to be a last minute deal to finish up right before the race. So you can't really do a lot of stuff until you know exactly how many people you have coming. Examples would be t-shirts, awards, food, that kind of stuff. So tying up all the loose ends like the 2 weeks before the race seems to be the most stressful.
Well, thanks, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, cool. I also got a chance to talk to Michael Norris, who has only done gravel racing. He started road biking, has never done a road bike or mountain bike race. He's an awesome rider, but he is a hardcore motocross racer, pro-level motocross racer, sponsored and just hardcore into that. And he's getting more and more hardcore into cycling, which is awesome because we need to just build as much as possible. And so I sat down with Michael and asked him a couple questions.
I'm Michael Norris from Heron, Illinois, 27 years old, and been cycling since about 2013.
Yeah.
Well, I started cycling on the road, and then I actually watched your video of the Dirty South from 2018, and I was like, man, that looks like so much fun. So I went and got some gravel tires on my bicycle and came out and did the Dirty South last year, and I've been just hooked ever since.
Yeah.
Been riding all gravel just all the time.
I know you motocross race. Have you ever done any other kind of bike racing?
No, I've done the Tour to Cape, and that was just kind of a charity ride. The only race I've ever done is the Dirty South.
Yeah.
And looking forward to doing some more races, though.
Yeah. So, like, compared to motocross racing, like, do you find the event to be pretty fun or challenging, or how do you feel like it compares to motocross?
Yeah, well, motocross can be kind of stressful because there's just a lot of competition, and it really just depends on how good you do in the races and everything, and you have so many races throughout the day. So this is really fun just because you have everybody's come together and everybody's out there together, and if you're tired, and a guy will pass you and kind of hang with you and lift your spirits a little bit. And the terrain is similar though with motocross and gravel because you have to just watch out for so many rocks and bumps and going down the hills really fast, and it's pretty similar actually. It's really fun. I like
Do you
it.
want to try some other racing, traditional road bike or mountain bike or both or anything?
I think I would like to do all of it. I would think mountain biking's really fun because it's really similar to motocross. But yeah, I'd love to just race everything this year. That's the plan.
Yeah, cool.
That's for sure.
Right. Well, I'm super glad you found my video and
yeah.
that you're riding. So awesome.
Yeah, great videos.
All right. It's an awesome event. I'm super glad to get to have been part of it. I'm so happy that it's worked out the way it has. And I'm super fired up for next week. Later.